Give me 1 second. Sorry I'm late. I forgot to plug something in, so give me 1 sec. Okay, here I am. Here I am. I'll get the game up in a sec. Hi, everyone. uh, sorry that it's been one of those days where everything takes about 12 times longer than it should have. I hope everyone's doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Diana. Hello, hello, hello. Where's the audio? There's the audio. Oh my god. I have not slept well the past couple days, and it has not helped my, productivity and organizational skills. Let me... Oh. That is not correct. Put that there. Nothing else? Nothing else? Okay, okay. Oh. Game, that's not... get that mouse out of the way. Let's see. Oh my god, which way's the... Yes, that looks like the most. You said, Sun, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh my god, what were we doing last time? I don't remember. Oh no. Quick, walk through, help us. Okay, so we're trying to go to, what is it, Mysteria? Or something like that? Like the country of the mages, because Minwoo is missing. He hasn't come back yet. We got, the white mask, which will let us... Is like one of the keys get it somewhere? But what's the rest? Okay. And I need to tweet out that we're live too, but one thing at a time. Ah! Okay. Okay, did that, we did that. Did that. Okay, yeah, we just have to take the boat. Good enough. I wasn't sure if we had to do something crazy. Or let me get the map up, because I say this every time. The map in these old games is garbage. I say that with the utmost affection in the world, but it's true. You can't zoom in anywhere. Oh, it's that light. Okay. not sure. Damn. I forgot how much damage we inflict on our party. Alright. Down and around. No. Are we gonna be able to... Oh, gosh. Okay, sir. Come on, guy. We need you to keep it together. Black Flan! Is that what we call, slime now? They're just pudding? Oh my god, you guys. Come on. Bolato's not doing us any favors, huh? Man. Fine, let's burn the flan even more than it already is. Never mind, don't need to. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret not bringing more antidotes. There's just wild behemoth hanging around. Excuse me? This better be a rare enemy, or I'm gonna be really upset if this is just like a regular monster in this area. This was like a boss fight just a few hours ago. We came to the wrong neighborhood, guys. We took a wrong turn somewhere. I don't think we're supposed to be in this forest just yet. Oh my god! I don't even get any money from that. God, not the flan! Alright. Oh my god, what's the bar? The pudding is strong. There we Come on, please. Please die. Oof, come on. Okay. Red moose? Excuse me. I can't wait until I have a stream deck and I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm actually in OBS to try and hit a mute button. Alright, let's... Oh, hang on. Let's see if the moose will... Oh, the moose will take physical damage. Alright, we'll take it. Ow. Like I said, already regret not bringing more antidotes. Okay, that's one. Seems killing me a little inside. That's okay. Antidote. Maybe I... God, how much health does this blade have? No one even likes black pudding! Please. Oh my God! Kiara was talking last time about how overpowered we are. I take it back. Or not! Alright, I had enough out of y'all. I only have so much patience for nonsense! Go, shoot! Shoot! Well, at least we're at Blizzard 5 now. She'll be able to AoE stuff soon. One of them ran away. You guys were literally turning me black and blue, and you ran away. At least finish what you started. I have another cure book. This guy's pretty fast. I do not. Alright, fine. Oh, I didn't mean to use the tone, but that's fine. Ugh. Ow! Oh, they heal when they do damage. How did I not? Somehow I did not remember that. Alright. Where's Minwoo? This is Basidia, Kingdom of Mages. You've certainly come a long way to be here. Yeah, why do you have killer desserts and behemoth in your forest? Ogre killer? Huh. Ooh. Okay, I'll take that. I give him 2 axes? Actually, yes I can. Of course I can. Yeah, sure. Okay, flame bow. We might want ice bow. Change things up. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's nicer. What else? I keep Xing out. Of course. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. Right, not bad, not bad. Can we get... Oh, can we get here? Surely we can buy magic here. I shall... Okay, there you go. And magic? Just got it. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say there's no way there is magic. Oh, there is a lot of magic. Okay. Barrier? Ooh. Holy. Okay. There we go. There we go. Cure. We've already got cure. Blink. Sure. Okay. We already have all these. I don't know how I feel about the fact that you have to level up the spells rather than just buy better spells. Soon enough. Probably want at least. I mean, I assume we're gonna get Minwoo back in our party, so we're gonna have a white maid, so we won't have to worry about these as much, but for right now. Well, you want to break the seal on the tower? Yes, I agree, this is the time. We will do nothing to stop you. Must first collect the 2 masks, then travel to a certain cave somewhere on this continent. But then you should find a crystal rod, an artifact you will need if you are to enter the tower. Okay. A very small island lies in the middle of the sea. There you'll find the black mask, the white mask counterpart. Oh no, we're not even in technically the right place. Fine, whatever. Is this Minwoo's house? If there's a big empty house, I assume it belongs to someone we know. No. You guys got a weird basement under your town. Statue beams. Well, was worth a shot. I'm sure we'll be back here soon. Alright. Some time ago, a wizard named Minwoo passed through town on his way to the tower. You'd best hurry after him. A statue of a goddess is enshrined beneath the city. She watches over the crystal rod. Oh, okay, so we need the crystal rod before we can do. 3 artifacts protect the seal on the tower. Okay. Please browse them at your leisure. Thank you! I will. I've been looking for something new to read. There's so much... All the new animes have come out. I need to actually sit down and watch some anime. I'm so bad for it. Ever since I've started streaming, I've been so busy to, like, actually consume content. Is this the Phoenix Down? I am interested in... Oh my god, what is it called? It's the one about the girl who gets transported like 20 years in the past and now she can draw the eroge of her dreams because she wanted to become an illustrator for a dating sim, but gacha games have basically ruined the industry. I mean, probably not wrong, but I feel that's a little unfair. Oh my god, Marlboro! These things are terrifying. They're in Final Fantasy 15 too. There's one that's like a cute little mascot that I saw in the art book. I wish they all looked like that. They don't. Aye. Oh, nice. Okay, his accuracy is 99, so I guess it was just the enemy. Why he was missing everything. Oh, yeah, and there's also... There's a lot of anime this season about dating sim stuff. There's one about a girl who gets isekai'd into a dating sim world, but instead she has zero interest in the male characters because she's gay and she's in love with kind of like the villainous, like the spoiled, mean, rich girl who's like supposed to be her rival. So instead of trying to romance any of the men, she's trying to romance the girl. I'm in love with the villainess or something like that. I tried to read the light novel for it when it came out in English like 3 years ago. At the time, like, maybe it was like the writing style of the translation. I didn't end up liking it very much. The main girl just reads like a stalker rather than like an actual likable character. So hopefully the anime does her justice. Like Claire, the villainess, is really great. It's Ray, who's like the girl from the other world, who's just not great. I failed to keep up with current anime. It's okay, me too. I don't think I've actually watched a new anime probably in a year, at least. I started watching VTubers and that was the end of that. I need to catch up, and I mean, there's some that look interesting every season, but nothing interesting enough to make me sit down and watch it, especially when most anime also is based on a manga or a light novel. I'd rather just buy the original content and then I can consume it at my own pace. Watching anime, you have to like actually set aside a block of time to process it, sit there and process it, because I mean, unless you're fluent in Japanese or you're watching it dubbed in your actual language, you need to pay attention. So you actually have to set aside, like, 20 minutes uninterrupted, and I don't know, that's really hard. I think the last new anime I watched was Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. It's okay, I stopped watching frequent anime before that. Free Red? Oh, that one I've heard a lot of good things about. Friends have been recommending me the manga for that one for a while, so it is supposed to be very, very good. Oh my god. And I mean, Yoasobi is great as well. I think we're gonna have to level grind a little bit. Oh! Okay. Oh, you play Osu? That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty common. I keep telling myself I have to get back to watching more anime and stuff, so I actually have things to talk about on stream. But it's like, I stream, and when I'm not streaming, I play games that I don't want to stream. That's basically my life. And when I'm not doing either of those, I'm doing stuff I don't want to do to pay the bills. Yeah. Way back when, before I started playing gacha games first thing when I get up in the morning, I would try and put on an episode of like an anime on my phone while I was like eating breakfast and like getting ready for the day, but I sort of fell out of that habit. Maybe I should bring it back. Whoops. Nope, that's fine. Thank you, autosave. You saved my butt. There's so many games I want to play, but I feel so tired when I get... Yeah, I understand. It takes a lot of energy to be able to do that stuff. I mean, like, it's one of those things where I might have an easier time growing my audience if I streamed at like 9 p.m. But I have to be up at 6 a.m. and like I can't function on 4 hours of sleep because gotta go work, gotta go do the grind, so... Oh, yeah. I would literally turn on, like, the GameCube or something and play games before school. This was, like, when I was really young, though. And, like, I would actually wake up at 6 and have time before the bus came at, like, 8. And then I got into high school, and my parents made me go to a school that was like an hour drive away, so I had to get up at 6 and leave by 7, so... Was not doing much except trying to eat something and not throw up. Alright. Saw my MP restored? Sounds like days would feel really long. Yeah, they did. I don't know how I managed to do extracurricular stuff at that age. It's truly a testament to being a teenager. When you can like do school all day and then just sit somewhere for 2 hours until like, you know, your like whatever lesson you have, and then get home at like 9 p.m. and like do a little bit of more homework and then like go to bed. Oh, yeah, you have to find a way to kind of claim back the time you spent commuting and that stuff. That's the best way to go about it. Alright. Gonna try and, not hard level grind, but level grind a bit, because I am mad that these plants kick our ass. So we gotta level up these spells and everything else. Why do they inflict poison every single time? That's what I want to know. Like, how high is their effect rate? Oof. At least we have a lot of HP now. Oh, come on, you... I hate pudding. I don't even like pudding. Ah, rude. Rude, 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 rude. Other things that felt not as tedious when you were younger is having to grind levels in a game to be able to progress. Nowadays, I really hate when I have to do that, but when I was a kid, I would just spend like days playing, like walking around Victory Road, grinding levels for my Pokemon. Now I better be able to take on the Elite Four in my first go when I just walk right up to them, like... I mean, it's not so bad if you can full auto, but... Oh, come on. Oh, there's one. I'd rather just experience a good story than being mechanically challenged. Yeah, that's fair. It depends for me. I do like a game that gives a challenge, but obviously, like, I have to want to play that game. That's why, like, I've never played the Soul games or From Software game before. But I love their concept in theory because I think it's really great that they built a game series that's meant to challenge you and reward you for perseverance. But obviously, like, that's not everyone's cup of tea, so I'm glad the people who really like those kinds of challenges have their own, like, genre of games now, and everyone else who just wants to play everything on easy mode can, like, play those games as well. Because I'm sure it's still something that happens. People used to be so nasty about wanting difficulty levels in games to make things easier for people who struggle for, like, all kinds of reasons, whether that's, like, you know, a physical disability, like, or like whatever else. People used to be so pissy about people asking for that. I hope now that there's like all these different genres, people just chill out. I feel like Elden Ring balanced that really well. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. One of these days, I would like to try a From Software game. I haven't worked myself up to that yet, quite yet. So I used to always think I would never have an interest in playing one of those, and then I started playing Genshin as like a free-to-play player in the early game where I didn't really understand how to build characters or anything like that, and I basically played it like a From Software game where like I learned how to dodge really well and how to nickel and dime like for damage, and I really ended up enjoying doing that. So I actually got upset when they started really lowering the difficulty level of Genshin, because I was really starting to enjoy having to figure out how to beat these bosses in unsurmountable odds. So I might actually enjoy those From Software games, even though I didn't think I would. And sometimes, and that just goes to show you, sometimes it's worth it just to try something, just to see. That said, it makes me miss the days where you could actually rent video games, because video games are like $100 now, so it would suck to spend $100 and to buy a game because you were kind of curious, and then it turns out you hate it, and like there's nothing you could do now. At least with renting, you could have tried it, or even like demos. Like demos aren't as there isn't like a demo for everything anymore. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. I like the Swarm Disaster update in Honkai Star Rail for that as well, because every time you go through, you unlock a new ability, or you unlock a new like blessing, like a new bonus kind of thing. And just over time, every time you go through, gradually you see yourself getting further, or like certain fights are getting easier. It's just really cool that way. It was something in a class I took at university. I don't remember the name of the class, which is good anyway, because I wouldn't be surprised if it was super specific. But it was talking about, like, literally, it was studying video games from, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not like how to make video games, but like studying them the way English class has you analyze books, stuff like that. And also like from the anthropological standpoint of how games affect society and stuff like that. And it was talking about the idea of gamification, which is like, you know, making everything in real life a game. And the reason why games are so addicting to so many people is whether it's the EXP bar or it's numbers going up, it feels like your hard work is visibly and tangibly rewarded, which is something that doesn't happen often in real life. Like, it's not like if you work harder at your job, you will automatically get more money. It doesn't work like that. But in a video game, if you work harder, you will get stronger. You will get more money, like that stuff. That sounds like a fun course. Yeah, it was really good. It's one of those courses. The books aren't here with me, but I did actually keep the textbooks from that course. They're at my parents' house, but I kept them because like I generally liked reading them because they were really interesting. Gamification, yeah. That kind of stuff. There was the book. One example I remember the book talking about was how to like try and make chores more fun by like, you know, making it a competition where like, you know, if you complete it first, you'll get EXP for like your character kind of thing. And I was able to use that to help me get better spending habits. Because for me, it was like, oh, if I make a budget and then I feel bad for spending money. But if I give myself a star, like a sticker every day I don't spend money, it feels better than like, you know, guilting myself, feeling guilty because I spent money. And just gradually I stopped even thinking about spending money on stuff. Like, that's how I broke overspending in gacha games. Like, go figure, rewarding people rather than punishing them goes a lot better. That's a good idea. Yeah, thank you. I made like a little calendar, or like if you have like a fridge calendar, do something like that, and just, yeah, I either like draw a flower or put a sticker like every day I don't do it, so end of the month it feels nice to be like, oh, like, yeah, I've got 20 stickers for this month. That's amazing. Like, and that way, like, you know, it made it feel okay to, like, spend money when I had to. Because obviously, like, I would literally feel guilty for even buying food because I shouldn't be spending money. It's like, but you need to eat. So at least this way, it's like, okay, like, I'm never gonna get, like, you know, 100%, like, month where I don't spend anything. But at least this way, it gradually reduced the number of days I was spending money, and that kept me motivated, so. And I mean, for some people, like, actually budgeting and tracking everything works well for them, but for me, it just made me feel horrible, so this worked better. I figured out a way to kind of turn it on its head that way. My self-rewards end up with me spending more money. And I mean, that's really common as well. Like, for better or worse, like, we tend to live, if you're living in, like, a capitalistic society, they want you to spend money. So it's in their interest that if you feel bad, you spend money. For me, like, it ended up helping out because, I wanted to spend less on stuff to be able to put money back into the streams. So it's one of those things where I got better spending habits after I learned how to be happy with my life in a way that doesn't require me putting a band-aid on, like, my mental state by buying something. Yeah, like, within a reason, there's nothing wrong with buying stuff to treat yourself. Just obviously, like, within a reason. Like, my gotcha problem was literally every time, like, I just needed the dopamine hit to even feel okay. And then it turns into a cycle. Which is why I had to kind of find another way to reward myself that wasn't spending money. One other trick for not spending too much in gacha games that people the cute characters are tempting. They are tempting. But I eventually got to the point where it's like I only want to get characters I like versus all of the characters. But that creates a problem in, like, you know, Honkai Star Rail, where I like all of the characters and I think they're all cool. At least in Genshin, it's like every, like, there's only a character I want, like, every 4 months, basically. And I don't go for constellations or whatever on characters, and that helps as well. So it's like I watch one version. The only character I've ever gone for, like, constellations or, like, multiple copies of is Sho. And even then, I'm like, okay, I can get one per banner. If I win the 50-50, I can get another if I have the time and money. But, like, that's it. So, like, I have him at C4 or something, but I've been rolling for him since his first banner. So, like, that's, like, C4 over the course of 3 years. Audios have a lot of really good designs. They do. They do. They know how to get us. Vampire girl? You don't need to call out her gender like that. Oh, bye, kid. No, I was trying to get back to heal you. Hoyo games have a lot of good designs. They do. They do. There's the Oh wait, we're gonna have to... Where's the Phoenix Down? I don't wanna pay the cathedral. There we go. Okay. Coincidentally, the game you think I would spend the most money in, but I don't, is actually FGO. Because I think because I know that gacha is so unfair, I don't... Sometimes I put money into it, but also I don't feel like I have to. Because in FGO, you can borrow people's characters. So on one hand, it's like, yeah, I want my favorite character, but if someone on my friend list has them, I don't gotta worry. I literally borrowed people's Okita Saber for like 5 years until I finally got my own. Arknights, yes! Arknights does have similar as well, where you can borrow someone else's character. The downside of that is, I think, depending on what like level you're clearing, you'll get reduced rewards from borrowing a character, because you can never 3-star it if you borrow someone else's character. In FGO, they don't penalize you in any way. Like, literally, it's actually mandatory to bring someone else's character when you form a party. You can't just make your own a party of entirely your own characters. And, like, you can't skip picking up someone else's character. They won't let you. So it's actually advantageous to have a bunch of people in your friends list, because then you can use their characters and have access to their noble phantasm. You can borrow someone who's not your friend's character, but then you can't use their special attack. And I mean, depending on what quest you're doing, that's not the worst. Sometimes what I end up doing is, if there's no one I want to borrow, or it's a specialized quest and I want to use a specific party, I'll just grab whoever and stick them at the very back, like in the 6th party slot, so the chances that they'll take the field are less. Oh my god, man, Arknights. I need to get back to Arknights one of these days. They're doing, I think they're doing the contingency contract stuff right now, which was always interesting. It's just too many games, not enough time. But Arknight's plot is fantastic, though. They've made animes for it. I need to actually watch one of the animes and see if it's close to the story. Cockatrice, cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, you like Tomomi! I have a friend who really loves Gavel, so I get it. Right now, off the top of my head, the only other units I can think of that I really want is the alternative Texas. I forget what class she is, but the other Texas, like the 6-star Texas, and Dr. Kelsit. I really want Dr. Kelsit. They at least do good rewards at New Year's and stuff like that. Like, you can literally buy for $30 like one of like X packs that will guarantee one of like, you know, like 4 or 5 like 6-star characters. So you buy the one that has like the one you're missing and you pray, or you buy the one that has the most characters you're missing. What? Well, that's not fair. So it's game over if we all turn to stone, even though we're technically still alive? Well, that's dumb. Oh well, alright. Oh god. No, not the flan! I hate this pudding! Excuse me? And antidote. Sure. Speaking of foil games, I need to get back to Tears of Famous as well. And then also Twisted Wonderland. I'm the reason that girl who wanted to draw Eroge and can't because of gacha games. I'm part of her problem. Because if you give me a game that's like sort of otome game-ish, and it's gacha, I will still play it. I just won't go ham trying to get like, you know, like the cards or the units or whatever because I'm interested in the main story. But I'm still part of the problem. I'm still playing it. I can't help it. I just love visual novel stuff, so getting into gacha games was like just a natural segue for me, especially when Fate, one of the most famous visual novels, started to have a gacha game. I haven't opened it in a while. It's Halloween time right now. I should do that before I mean, it's an event even right now before the new event comes out, but Legend of Heroes or The Wives? I have not. I have a lot of friends who like Legend of Heroes, so I want to at some point, but yeah. I haven't, I guess I don't want to call them niche JRPGs, but I think they kind of are. The most, like, kind of off the beaten path I've gone is the Tales of series. Oh, the OSTs. OSTs are apparently really good. Yeah. And, oh my god. What's the word I'm looking for? I know, I think it's right. Is it Raita? I think it's Raita. One of, like, the artists for FGO does, like, the art for the, Legend of Heroes series. I think he does the art for one JRPG series. I just can't remember which one. I need to get Fate Samurai Remnant. It's out now. I was so tempted, but I am literally like broke. There's like $20 in the bank account while I'm waiting for like payday. So it's like, no game. No new games. Gotta wait until a couple more days. Come on. Oh, there's one. Yeesh. Blizzard level 6. And what level do we get the AoE spell again? 7? 8. 8. It's either 7 or 8, yeah. Oh, well, that's fine, I guess. Ugh, right. Not bad damage, though. We're getting there. Literally, money is buying our victory now by using these tongues. Oh, we're almost at 100. That's not bad. Are we going for the tower or... Oh, that's the cave. Okay. We'll work our way around, and then we'll go to the island to see if we can get Binwoo into our party. And if not, we'll come back and we'll do the cave just as a 3-man team. Aim. Excuse you? That is so rude. But yeah, there are so many games out there that like we just don't know of. Same with like manga, same with light novels. But hi potion, hi potion. Hi potion, hi potion. Oh my god, it's already been an hour. This is what happens when you get me talking about stuff. Oh my god. Too much to explore. I have to... Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, these streams where I do kind of just end up running around in circles level grinding do seem to be the streams where I just start talking about whatever for hours. Which is fine. I was that kid that was never, parents never listened to at the dinner table, so I'm constantly looking for people to listen to what I have to say. And so I became a streamer. I mean, obviously that's not the reason why I started streaming, but it's helpful. nice to be able to tell someone all of my theories about games and stuff that isn't, my flooding my best friend's DMs going, listen, I need to get this off my chest. What if blank? It does look like that behemoth was a rare enemy. I can't believe I'm wishing for the behemoth versus all this plan, though. Feel a purpose? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, some people don't really like talking, and that's fine. I'm totally chill sitting in silence and stuff, too. Like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm one of those people that, like, when I'm in a comfortable environment, like, when I'm streaming with you guys, I can just, gab, keep, like, going or whatever. But if you put me at work or the office or something, that's when the introversion comes out and it's like, don't talk to me. Don't breathe near me. Don't even try asking me how my day's going. I just wanna be left to my own devices in the corner. Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, like, that's the thing. When you're in a small chat and there's not a lot of people chatting, then yeah, it can be really difficult to find something to say. Like, we can't all be like some of my friends who are extroverts and they come into streamers' chats just to ask questions to like generate discussion. We can't all be those people. There's a place for lurkers. There's a place for active chatters. Like, there's a space for everyone here. And I mean, even as a streamer, I have days where it's really hard for me to, think of what to say beyond some very obvious commentary about what's happening on screen. And then I have other days like today where like I just go on and on and on and on with like little to no like prompting. I'd say I'm like a mid-energy streamer. I know there are people who are very, very high energy and like very like hyper and like chaotic, and that's really cool. I can't do that. They seem like really interesting people, but sometimes I can't even watch those streams because it's like I'm so introverted watching that, and I just think I'm exhausted just watching you. I feel like it's the same thing as like parents watching their kids run laps around like the swings or something like that. Just, oh god, I'm glad you're happy. I don't know how to react to all of this though. And I think that's why I'm definitely like, I mean, I'm a cat, obviously, but also why I'm a cat person versus a dog person. Dogs are really cute, but there are times a dog comes up to me for pats, and even then I'm like, you're very cute, but you're too high energy for me. I do love dogs, and I had a dog growing up, but just, yeah, for whatever reason, like, dogs to some extent, they're just so high energy, and I'm too introverted and too chill to, like, handle. Nothing happens. Okay, so we can't get in the tower anyway. Perfect. Now we know. As it said, Minwoo was heading for the tower, so I wasn't sure if we went here, we would find Minwoo and be able to recruit him before we go into the cave. But no, we're just gonna have to go forth without him. Let's take the long way around. Make it easier on ourselves. Discussion is well balanced. Oh, well, thank you. That's good to hear. No. I know what you mean. And yeah, it's... I totally understand that, because that was something I struggled with when I first started as well. Because, like, I mean, literally, when you only have, like, maybe 2 people in lurking, it's really difficult to think about what to say. I find I felt really self-conscious. So what I ended up doing is, I messaged my best friend. I messaged a few people who I know they are extroverts. I'm like, hey, what are some ideas for things I could talk about while I'm streaming and like no one's like in the chat? Cause literally I was almost getting stage fright. Like I would think, oh, I could talk about this that happened today, and then when I sat down to stream, like my mind would go blank. So for a long time, I actually had like a list of topics that I kept near my computer. So like when I felt myself starting to like panic or run out of things to say, I could look at my list and go, oh, I haven't talked about this today, or like whatever, so. But yeah, no, literally, I had to like ask for like suggestions and find a way to like work around it, because yeah, when you first start, it's really difficult to like learn how to basically talk to yourself. Like chat responds, but for lack of a better term, you are just sort of talking to yourself. What I thought that? Oh, thank you. That's good to know. Yeah, it just came to me and I was like, you know what? Like, here's like, you know, like, it doesn't have to be like, you know, a fantastic idea. Like, my friend's name's Iduna. It's like, it doesn't have to be like, you know, like some groundbreaking idea. Just like, you know, just like throw out general questions you would ask someone if like you met them, or like just like stuff I could think of. And like, I got suggestions like obvious stuff, like, you know, like, oh, like, what's your favorite character, like what's your favorite book, like what's your favorite movie, and then like more like roundabout stuff, like it's like, oh, like what's like a game you really want to play but like you can't, like kind of thing, or like what's a game that you really love that like no one else does that you really think should get attention, like that kind of stuff. And like, yeah, like some days I would go through every single item on the list because I just could not think of anything on my own. But then other times, yeah, like I would have like a very active chat that day and I could just react off what everyone was saying. And then yeah, over time, I find you start realizing, like, for lack of a better word, what gets a reaction. Like, not necessarily, like, in a bad way or, like, what makes people talk, but, like, topics that seem to, seem to, like, people react to, whether it's just, sending an emoji or, like, just saying, I get that. Like, not even, like, you know, like, they're answering your question or anything, just something that made people type in chat. And that helps figure out, like, kind of, like, what ways you could lead discussions and that kind of stuff. Yeah, because interviewing people, like, I know some tricks for, like, when you interview people, how to try and get answers out of them, but, like, that's a totally different ball game than, like, when you're trying to get chat to interact with you. Like, if people want to lurk, like, nothing you do will make them react, so to speak. Niche game talk? Oh my god, 13 Sentinels is so good! it's one of those games where I wish I could sponge my brain to experience it all firsthand. Like, I will list it as my favorite game, one of my favorite games, but I try not to replay it very often because I want to forget, like, some details, so when I replay it, I go, oh, I forgot about that. Unicorn Overlord! Yeah. That title, though. That title. Yeah, I will definitely be getting Unicorn Overlord as well. I never got to play DornenSpieler, so if they ever re-released it, or like I have to find a copy of it in some like secondhand store somewhere, I would definitely snap it up. Because I'd heard good stuff about Vanillaware games before 13 Sentinels. It's just for whatever reason, like, I never had the opportunity to get one. Spent so much time in the archive section. That's fair enough. It's so good, though. It's so good, though. Literally, every time I, have a streamer friend that's like, I kind of want to play 13 Sentinels, I'm like, in their DMs going, do it. Do it. Do it. And tell me all of your thoughts about it. Like, it's just one of those games I love to hear people, like, theory crafting for. Because even when I played it, I came up with, like, 6 different theories. They were all wrong. Or, like, they were, like, half wrong, half right kind of thing. Like, there were a lot of twisted turns that I just did not expect at all. Like, there were some stuff that literally made me recoil from the screen in shock. Like, it just got added to the PS Plus. Ooh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. I mean, like, I had already been interested in it because the game originally came out around my birthday. And it's like time travel. The 1980s. Giant robots? This is all up my alley. And then Yoko Taro's like, you need to play this game. It is the best game ever. It's like, okay, if Yoko Taro says this is a good game, it's gotta be a good game. Like, DornenSpieler's on there? Ooh, okay. Is that only the PS5 though? Because I only have the PS4. I have friends who have a PS5. Imagine me just showing up at the door like, hi, I need to borrow your whole console. It only has PS4 version? Ooh. Thank you. Oh, I'm excited now. My PS4 my capture card really hates my PS4, but too bad. I'm going to make it. I'm gonna make it work. For me, I found DornenSpieler footage, decided to buy the collector's use I need to say. Nice! I feel like this says a lot about my personality. The first time I heard of DornenSpieler and knew about it was, in Fruits Basket. Now, hear me out, because, like, that might sound a little weird. In, you know how in manga, like, there's usually, like, a side panel where, like, the author either, like, you know, writes little notes or they draw extra pictures? Natsuki Takaya, the author of Fruits Basket, is a huge gamer. Like, when she's not drawing manga, she's playing games. So her sidebars were talking about, visual novels and other games that she was playing, and that's where I heard about DornenSpieler. It was either her or Arina Tanimura, who is also like another manga author I read a lot, and like they both talk about games and stuff that they play in like their sidebars. So that's how I like heard about DornenSpieler. Whichever one of the two it was that played it, they talked about DornenSpieler for like multiple sidebars across a volume. Like they basically did a whole like review. That's a pretty unique way to find a game. Yeah, I really love when I find stuff through those kinds of reasons. Because it's like if you like someone's product and they recommend something else to you, you'll probably like whatever it is they're recommending. Because like obviously if you're reading their manga or watching their show, you have like similar interests. We must go. Oh, well, he's gone. Well, one of us made it. That's the one hilarious downside I've noticed to streaming games is if you get caught up in talking with chat, you look back at the game and you realize something horrible has happened. Videos about underrated and forgotten games. Oh, yeah. There's so much stuff out there, and I mean, a lot of it is also being lost to time because the formats that games were made on are like starting to give out. Like we've all heard about like the Pokemon games and like their save files not working because they had a watch battery in the cartridge and the battery died. Like that's why oh my god, what's the name of the place? There is a museum somewhere in the US that their whole thing is preserving video games as much as possible. Like they try and get as many as they can to like back them up onto newer formats to not even obviously sell or distribute, but just to preserve them. Because I mean, there are a shit ton of early Hollywood films that we don't know about because no one took care of the films and they've been lost or damaged. Like, they burned up in fires, they got thrown out, like... Oh, they sent your Switch back! Oh man, fingers crossed, I'm praying for you. Pokemon's one of those where just for whatever reason, you get so attached to your save file and the characters. Like, I want to replay Scarlet and... Whoops! I want to replay Scarlet and Violet with you guys, but I made a whole team of Evolutions, and I don't want to reset the game. But I think if you don't own, like, an actual physical copy of the game, you can't, like, just make a new profile and play it. I think? I can't remember. But yeah, I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, it's like I wanna re-experience the stories that I love. But when you only have one save slot, it's like, ugh. Oh, the Wi-Fi chip failed. I guess there isn't like an adapter to like plug it into the Ethernet or anything anymore, is there? Like I know there used to be ports on like the PS4 and stuff where you could plug in like an Ethernet cable. Oh, use the cable. Oh, there you go. Smart cookie. We were thinking along the same lines then. That's good. the OLD dock has an Ethernet port. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, because I just have a regular Switch. Because I just had the Switch Lite, and then when I started streaming, I wanted to get, like, a Switch I could stream with, but the difference between the OLED and the default Switch is, like, almost $200 in Canada, so... and the choice was kind of made for me. Because it's like, with that extra $200, I can buy, like, a microphone, or I can buy a Stream Deck, like... Or groceries for the month. Sheesh. Not being... Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. If I was doing this full-time as a job, I could see why the OLED one would be worth it for the graphics and, like, all that stuff. But right now, this is just a hobby that, like, occasionally pays itself off. Like, I can get, like, use stream funds to, like, you know, like, put towards saving for, like, equipment, or I can use it as, like, emergency grocery money or something like that, so I still have to be conscious of what I'm spending money on. It's nice for handheld, but if you mostly play dock, you won't see the difference anyway. Ah, okay, good to know. Yeah, because the reason I got the Switch Lite is because I almost always played in handheld mode. This was before I got addicted to gacha games, though, and started playing almost everything on my phone or iPad. So then, the Switch Lite started collecting dust. Da 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 da. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, there it is. Okay, MP restored. We good. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I was trying to go around the town. Okay. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh my god. Wow, I'm glad I saved right before that happened, but holy shit. What? Now that's just nasty. Dying because everyone turned to stone is so unfair. There should be a chance to turn back every turn, and then, like, yeah, the battle dies when you run out of HP. god, the mantis! He's scary. There we go. He's scarier than he looks. He looks scarier than he is. There we go. Does the stone status have a chance to recover? You would think so, but considering if your whole party turns to stone, they just instantly game over you, I think not. I think, like, you have to use an item or a spell to cure it. Which, you know, really sucks. Like, there should be a chance to recover. Because otherwise, you run into situations like this where, like, you just lose because you got unlucky. Oh, come on! We're all poisoned now. You're poisoned, I'm poisoned, we're all poisoned. In my head, I'm trying to compare it to Pokemon would a game over you for a team of asleep Pokemon. Yeah, that's literally, like, basically what it is. I do think it is, like, you know, a remnant of old games, and I think it's precisely because of people saying this is unfair that, you know, Pokemon doesn't, like, game over you for all of your Pokemon being asleep kind of thing. And why, like, in most games, there's a chance to recover from, like, any status ailment with enough time. Makes you wonder about what, like, quality assurance testing was done back in the day, because you'd think someone would have mentioned, you know, I lost all my progress because, like, all these birds turned me to stone and it gamed over. Like, maybe we should fix that? Oh my god. Oh, that's true. They would do that stuff. Ugh. I mean, I get it, but that's evil. Japan in particular, I know, had an interesting problem with that because, there were literally stores for renting, cassette tapes and, like, vinyls, records and stuff. And yeah, people would just go to these rental stores, borrow the tape and, like, make a copy or something like that. And so, like, it changed the regulation where I think they can't stock a new release for, like, X number of days or something like that to try and prevent that. Current level of accessibility warps the judgment? I think so, yeah. I mean, I remember video rental stores and stuff existing, but I was too little to have made use of them. Plus, my parents weren't really into video games and stuff, so I totally forgot that was a thing you could even do. Oh my god, yeah. Papa Melis started renting, not even renting, he was borrowing movies from the library and doing the same thing, ripping them and burning them onto new discs. He did not like that I would constantly make pirate jokes at him. I'm like, well, I mean, that's what you are. Like, that's what you're doing. Like, it literally says at the beginning of the movie not to do this. And it's funny because he had messaged me as, he's like, you know what? Like, when I leave this earth, I'm going to leave you my collection of movies. And I'm like, you mean the collection of movies you ripped off discs you borrowed from the public library? He also did not like that. I mean, I think most of us are of a generation where we all did that at some point. To say you never did, I think you would have to be an outright liar. I think all we can really do is, as much as possible, pay back to the creators when we're able to, because of financial situations, sometimes we can't. And I mean, like, plays and stuff like that used to be like free entertainment, so it's like, this was obviously like a long time ago. Like, I'm talking ancient Greece, where, like, you know, going to see a play was like free because it was like public entertainment kind of thing. So it can be, I think it's both true that, like, especially for anime and manga, without people doing the scanlations or fan sub, a lot of stuff wouldn't have enough popularity to get picked up officially and brought over. But it is also incredibly fair for the manga authors and the creators to be incredibly upset that people do that, because they don't really make a lot of money and they need those sales to live. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, like, you know, because of fan subs, anime has the presence it does in the West that made it possible to license and officially purchase and bring over all of these, like, manga that, like, are anime that never would in the past. But at the same time, like, yeah, I totally get the authors being really upset to see their stuff, basically being stolen when they're, like, you know, barely making enough money for rent. So at the end of the day, the real criminal, well, I won't say criminal, the real problem here is the cost of living. We're struggling to make ends meet, so we don't have the money to support people who make content to entertain us, and the people who make content that entertain us desperately need us to spend money on their content so they can live. Like, yeah, it is in a really good place. And I mean, I remember when officially, like, streaming anime first started coming out, and I was incredibly upset because a lot of stuff was for the US only. Like, Funimation started doing official streams before Crunchyroll did, but it was US only, and it's like, I would literally happily pay the subscription fee, but I can't because I live in the wrong country. And, like, that's still the same thing. Yeah, in a lot of places, people literally have no choice. On the YouTube? Oh my god, yeah. I remember watching, chunks of Gundam Seed like that. Yeah, I mean, Crunchyroll's owned by Sony, so, like, they have a lot of buying power. But other services have started to make a niche for themselves by picking up the stuff that Crunchyroll, wouldn't. Like, the stuff that's, like, niche or, like, very old, like High Dive. Like, High Dive tends to pick up a lot of, not, like, shonen stuff. Like, a lot of, like, the shoujo or, like, the yuri or, like, the BL stuff. It's nice that we all have these options, but now I get to complain about Netflix having the rights for JoJo, because it's like, why? Why did you split up the season the way you did? I liked seeing all the joke posts about, wake up everyone, it's JoJo Friday! Like... And now it's like, yeah, it's like, we have all these options now, but it feels like there's no community anymore. Like, it's not like everyone's watching the same show going, oh my god, did you see what happened? Put that merch too? Yeah. We never had the option for Verve up in Canada, so I love the concept. Unfortunately, I never got to experience it. I mean, okay, if I had used a VPN, I could have, but... it is what it is. The only thing I've used a VPN to circumvent was, okay, this is... it was a cool service, yeah. The only thing I've used the VPN to circumvent for... and it says so much about me. Viz posted all of Sailor Moon Japanese audio and dubbed on their YouTube, but only for the US. So I used my VPN to get around that so I could watch Sailor Moon. Like I said, it says so much about my personality that people are like, you can use a VPN to watch, like, you know, Japanese Netflix. I'm like, I just want to watch Sailor Moon. Like, I just want to watch my childhood anime. I did watch all of Revolutionary Girl Utena on the official YouTube channel, though, so that was cool. It's really cool when, like, some shows get fully put up on YouTube, because they're like, this is 30 years old. We don't care. Oh, where are my antidotes? But yeah, too long, don't read. My whole stance on pirating is, as much as possible, you should watch something officially in a way that will get the creators money. If that's not possible, like, you know, like, it's literally not on the market, it's not on a streaming service, it's not sold in stores, then do what you gotta do, like... At that point, like, you've exhausted every single avenue. What you decide to do, morally, that's, like, none of my business at that point. Like, some people, like, they exhaust every legal avenue and they go to pirating. Some people exhaust every legal avenue and they're like, it's not that important. It's not worth the effort. And that's fine, too. For me, it was just because when I was young, I had so little options to buy manga because I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and online shipping was really spotty, so now I try and buy as much as I can to kind of like quote unquote make up for that. But it is what it is. Agreed, if there's no accessible options. Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like, as a content creator who could potentially get sponsored someday, I can't like say like, yeah, like this is like absolutely okay to do, but it's like, I mean, if you exhausted every avenue and you still really want to like watch this or whatever, then it's like I will close my eyes. Like, what else are we supposed to do? Especially when it's like very, very old stuff. I know there's a streaming service that started putting up a lot of the old anime, which I think is great. Because I think, and this is me being extremely nerdy, I think from, like, kind of like a history perspective, or if you're the type of fan that really likes to know, like, the history of like things you love, being able to watch older anime really like puts in perspective what's the word I'm looking for, like how stuff you love came to develop. Because I mean, nowadays like I'll watch stuff and I go, that's an Evangelion reference, or they're doing this just like, you know, like Ava, or like this is like very like Naruto or like whatever. Like you start to see how stuff influenced future generations of creators. So I think being able to watch old anime is really cool for that reason. Also, just hearing how things used to be like we have websites that have streaming options and, you know, literally hundreds of legal shows subtitled for you to watch. Meanwhile, about 40 years ago in like the 80s, 90s, people were gathering in club rooms at universities, watching a VHS recording someone's cousin in Japan got for them, of like, you know, this random episode of an anime, and someone who vaguely knows a little Japanese is basically being the Greek chorus and explaining to everyone what's happening. Like that's like that was the very start of anime clubs and like anime like community. And then we moved on to VHS subtitles, where like you would send in a blank tape and they would literally, like, you know, like, burn the fan sub onto it. And then if you didn't want to pay it, you would daisy chain VCRs of, like, you know, to, like, copy onto tape to tape to tape. And if you were the person at the end of the daisy chain, you could barely see what was happening on that tape. Like, I never experienced this, but I've heard about it through, like, podcasts people have done, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't imagine that. There's a quote by the Steam owner that piracy isn't a cost issue, but a service problem. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Am I out of antidote? Or am I just blind? Nope, I'm out of antidotes, okay. Sorry, buddy, you're just gonna... You're just gonna bzz, 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 bzz for a bit. That shows strongly through Steam? It does, yeah. Because that's the thing, right? Like, for me, for example, even when I was a little kid, I never wanted to... Like, I watched fan subs, but that's like because you're a teenager without money, and there's nothing on TV. Like the show you want to watch isn't on TV. Because yeah, I didn't get Toonami or anything like that in Canada. So like a lot of stuff that American kids grew up with anime-wise, like I had to watch online, like through fan subs on YouTube or like something like that. Like that's how I watched Yu Yu Hakusho, which is like one of my favorite series, because yeah, that never aired on TV in Canada. But like yeah, if like, you know, Crunchyroll had been an option when I was a kid, and I'd been like, hey, like, as like, you know, a kid that got an allowance, I probably would have been totally okay with like, you know, spending like $6 worth of my monthly allowance to get like unlimited anime access on Crunchyroll. Like now that it's like gone up to like, you know, $10-ish, that might have been a bit more of an issue depending how old I was and what cost and how high my allowance was. But like when I was only like, you know, $6, I definitely would have done it. As a kid, as a little kid, I would literally save my $2 a week allowance up until I could buy like a game for myself. I saved up as a kid to buy myself a TV because I was tired of having to watch what my dad wanted. So I totally would have like paid $6 for like Crunchyroll if I had had the option then. Where's the antidotes? Yes, I have no antidotes. I think that's understandable, yeah. There we go. Alright, the cave's in here. Too bad we can't just, like, you know, walk through the mountain. But oh well. Okay, on. Please, no turning to stone. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Whew! We made it. Running around for 2 hours just level grinding was worth it at the end. Oh no, yeah, that sets you up for failure in like the best way. Like, I wasn't allowed to have a computer in my room. I'm from the generation that had, like, you know, an actual computer room in the house kind of thing. I wasn't allowed to have the actual computer in my room until I was in high school. Reasonably responsible kid? Good for you! I would not have been. I did homework out of sheer fear of my parents. Not in like that, like they were like horribly abusive or anything. It's just I lived in fear of disappointing them or having them get angry at me. So that's why I was like well behaved. Otherwise I would have been like a force of chaos. Like literally, shows like The Simpsons were banned in my house because apparently when I was really little, I developed a bad attitude from watching those. And as soon as they stopped, I grew out of it. So, yeah. I don't think I could have been trusted with a TV in my room and all these game consoles. Really? I should have taught someone Asuna. I forgot that I bought that. Oh, they don't like fire. Okay. Good stuff. That makes sense. That does make sense. And where is... Ah, there we go. Fire. I thought, like, you know, freezing pudding made sense, but no, I guess it's fire. Oh, come on. Might be better off just burning them all and then dealing with the poison after. That's one. I guess that's technically two, because he ran. Like a chicken. Yeah, okay, so fire is the way to go. Now we know. We will... teach our guy, who's mostly physical damage attacker, Asuna. Just that way we don't have to trade off carrying status for doing damage. Hello, Pudding. I know how to deal with you now. We are gonna run out of MP, though. Oh my god. I think we have a cottage, though. We can use the cottage and restore our MP. We have one cottage. Perfect. Okay. Let's stay. Then I will... Where's the cottage? There it is. Very Capsule Corp. Alright, in we go. Oh, this looks exactly like how it does underneath the city. Okay. Oh, there is a stair to get those chests. I thought for whatever reason it was completely blocked off, but no. Okay, yeah, we just walk around then. Oh! Goddamn flan! Please go away. Pretty good damage for his spell only being level 2. Okay. Hopefully I will not regret not bringing more antidotes. I am now just noticing the dessert name of the enemies. Yeah. We have Black Flan, we have Red Moose. We've seen other enemies of that type that are different colors. I can't remember what those are called, though. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a blueberry something. Like, were the developers hungry when they were naming these guys? Like... Probably would be better for a true mage character. Probably? Yeah. What do you guys like for desserts? Do you like desserts? I'm really not much of a sweet person. So, like, my desire for sweet basically stop at, like, macaroons and, like, strawberry shortcake and cheesecake. Like, those kinds of pastry dishes. Like, I don't really like chocolate. Cheesecake is wonderful. I like sweet stuff. Yeah, a lot of people do. I think that's more the norm compared to myself. My parents didn't allow sweets in the house, and that included soft drinks. So yeah, I just never developed a taste for that stuff. It's like one of those, but like I don't always necessarily hate them. Like, I prefer stuff that's like, you know, kind of like mildly sweet. Like, you know, cheesecakes I'll have with like a little honey or like something like that, or if like, you know, it's vanilla like flavored waffles, usually that's sweet enough that like I don't really feel the need to add extra. But like, you know, if like someone's like, hey, do you want a cookie? I will probably take a cookie kind of thing. Like if you offer it to me, or it's like a free thing or something like that. Or, you know, you go to someone's house and they're like, I have dessert. I will probably eat it. But like, you know, I don't go out of my way to like buy myself like sweets kind of thing. Cheesecake is very good though. There is a place where I used to live / would visit quite often that made Japanese style like souffle cheesecake. Very, very popular. Like usually you would have to wait a long time. I've always sort of been an early riser in the fact that I have a really hard time sleeping, so I don't usually sleep a lot, especially when I'm not at home. I got up at like 6 in the morning and walked down to the bakery to buy everyone in our hotel room a cheesecake to take home, because I knew everyone wanted a cheesecake, but like we wouldn't have time to line up and get it. That's probably healthier anyways. Yeah, I mean, in theory I should probably eat more fruits and vegetables, so like the fact I don't eat sweet works in my favor in some ways, and like then in other ways I don't eat healthily. French style cheesecake, it's super light like whipped cream. That does sound a little bit like Japanese style cheesecake, though Japanese cheesecake I think it's light, but I want to say it's pretty dense at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if they're comparable though, because I know Castella is a really popular type of cake in Japan, and that was influenced by the Portuguese. They brought it over to trade in a bowl-style container and just instantly falls apart. Oh, okay, yeah, it's very fragile then. Yeah, that's like not the worst, but at the same time, yeah. Run for it! I just stopped hearing about making triangle-shaped pieces. You know what? That's fair. Fine, who needs it in an actual bowl? Like, who needs like an actual like cake? You're not here for like presentation, you want the sugar. Okay. Decided to leave because I think clearly we are going to need a lot more antidotes to get through this place. And I realized it's past 9. Time flies, but I do have to wrap up around 9ish because I have to drag myself out of bed at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. Bad! But oh my god, this was so much fun. Thank you everyone for indulging me as I like talked your ears off about all kinds of stuff. Alright. So we did really make progress, but we've level grinded a little bit. We are definitely late game in this. Everything's being like extremely difficult. It was fun. Good. Okay. So that's gonna be it for me tomorrow. It's gonna be like a very chill stream. We're not playing games. I'm just gonna be chatting with you guys like I did today. I'll be like doing some like work, so you'll get like ASMR typing. I'm probably gonna be popping the keys off my keyboard to like clean it, so you'll get like the tactile ASMR like popping noises, if that's like your thing too. So we're just gonna have fun for like an hour and a half, like maybe 2 hours, like just something like short and sweet. I'm trying to get used to seeing if I can stream like every day in a week. Not gonna be every week I do that, but like when I have the energy, I want to see if I can do it. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. We're just gonna be chilling. So now that's gonna be it for me. It's daytime where you are. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, I hope you have a great night's rest. You roll yourself off to bed. For now, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves. And remember, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, touch some grass every now and again. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.